Hey folks, in this video I want to show you how I pack food for international travel. Now the stuff you're going to see in this video was based on me going to Bermuda, which is not that far. The flight is about an hour and a half from New York. So I won't show you everything I do for long trips. When I'm getting ready to go on a long trip, I'll pack and show you that. There's three main reasons why I pack food when I travel. The first main reason is because it is much more cost effective. If I'm traveling by myself, I pack food. If I'm traveling with someone, I typically don't. I pack when it's by myself, so it cuts down on cost dramatically. It cuts down on cost when I'm going to the destination, and it cuts down on cost when I'm actually at the destination. So sometimes the food can be really expensive depending on where you are. So if you want to travel and you want to cut down your expense and you don't want food to be a major part, you can always pack food. The second reason is to stay healthy. So food in the airport is poison. Like, it's processed mess. Even if you're eating a salad, like, good luck. It's not even good for you. You know what I mean? I want to keep my immune system up. I want to stay healthy and in good situation, because you do not want to go to another country and get sick. So you have to give your body the nutrients and the vitamins and the minerals it needs to keep your immune system up. Because when you're on a plane for hours, the air is made up and it basically consists of farts and breath. So you want to eat stuff that's going to make sure that you're giving your body what it needs to fight off whatever drama is going on in the air. The third reason why I pack my food is for convenience, because when you travel, particularly if you're traveling far distances and the time zones are off, your body clock is off, you're going to get hungry at a very inconvenient time. Nothing's going to be open. You may not speak the language to find out where you can get food. So just having food with you when you're doing those long flights will make your life so much easier, okay? When you're packing food for international travel, it's important to understand there's going to be two phases. There's going to be the phase in which you need food to get to the destination, and there may, if you want, to pack food when you're actually at the destination. So again, for this particular video, I was just going to Bermuda, so I wasn't going to be there that long, and I didn't need a bunch of food. I did pack food going. And I packed a little bit of things to eat while I was there, but nothing major. So let's start with the most obvious, a water bottle. You will not be able to get this through TSA if you fill it. But before you go to the airport, this is what I advise you to do. I have a essential oil of peppermint oil. Okay, peppermint essential oil. Peppermint essential oil, you can Google it. I'm not going to give you a whole dissertation as to what it does for you, but it's very therapeutic. It's good for the body. Does a whole bunch of wonderful things. But when you put it in your water, it also helps with your immune system and your endurance and all the other great stuff. So put a lemon in here, because lemons are good for you. They keep you alkaline. They give you some vitamin C. Put a lemon, a half a lemon, or the lemon juice in here. And a couple little drops of the peppermint essential oil. If you have it, if you don't have to go to the store buying none of this stuff. I'm just saying I like to do it because it keeps me hydrated and it keeps all those creepy flight things away from me. So you can put some peppermint essential oil in addition to some mint if you have it and you fancy. Go ahead and throw some mint, some cucumber, some lemon juice, and some peppermint essential oil. You don't have to do all that, but I like to do it before I get on the plane. Now again, you can't put the water in here. Put all the good stuff you need in here before you go through TSA. Then when you get on the other side, then you can pour water in here. Oh, and if you care what kind of water bottle this one is, it's a Life Factory. I don't know. You can Google that. This is a 20. I lied. This is a 14 ounce. Okay, and this hangs on to my book bag if I want it. Not my book bag, my traveling bag if I want it to, so it's not taking up space in the bag. Okay. The next thing you guys will see a bit is my travel blender. Love this thing. These are great because you can make nut milks with this. Just put some almond butter, maybe a date, and some water. So no matter what country you're in, you can have almond milk. If you want to put your protein powders in here, it has a USB thing that you just plug her up, and you got a blender with you. So again, you in the morning you can make some smoothies, put some, if you're in a country that has wonderful just fresh herbs and stuff like that, you could throw that in there with whatever water or nut milk you want to use, and some fruit or vegetables, and listen, have at it. So this one I got off of Amazon. I don't know the name of the company who did it, but just Google glass portable blender and you'll find it. It is a glass Tupperware container. I like this one. This is from Snapware. The reason why I like this one, because it doesn't leak. It has never leaked on me once, okay? I got these at Costco. Love Costco. Costco comes with like 16 billion of these, and this is the smaller one that I like to take with me. So I use this I pack the food that I'm going to eat on the way to the destination. And I also, you know, you're gonna go to restaurants and stuff when you're in another country, and sometimes because I'm greedy, I want to try all the food, and I may order all the food, and it's a lot. So I usually end up taking some home, and I store it in this airtight container once I get back to my room or what have you. And most places, particularly in Europe, have refrigerators, they just may not have a heating component, and that is where this product comes in, and it is one of my faves. Okay, this is it. This is called a Hot Logic, but you don't have to use that company. It's a bunch of companies that make these. Basically, it is, let's see if you can see that. This is a hot plate, okay? And this is a thermal situation. You put your thing in here, like so, zip her up, and plug her in. Listen, you can have hot food in your room if you don't have like a stove or anything like that, and you can heat your food up. Now, it heats your food up slow. This is not a microwave, okay? So this may take an hour, hour and a half to heat your food up. You can even use this on the plane. If the plane has plugs on the plane, you can heat your food up that you have those 15-hour flights to like Hong Kong and Japan and all those Asia flights and Africa flights. Listen, plug up your dinner so that you can eat good and not have to eat some of the situations going up on that plane. You can freeze the lasagna or whatever the hell you ate last night, freeze it when you're home, pack it, heat her up on this, okay? Because by the time you do your travel, it'll thaw out a bit. You know what I'm saying? So those are the products that I feel like are extremely helpful if you are going to pack food. Now, if you're going to pack for long hauls, like my best friend, she has a cooler, like she goes real gangster with it, you know what I mean? So she has a cooler, it's by Yeti. I'll throw a picture up in a bit. She uses this and she checks the bag in like it's luggage, and when she gets to her destination, she takes that and she's got all her food for the whole trip, because she has a really strict diet and she basically eats like grass and air. So she go ahead and does meal prep and she checks it in. I've never used it personally. She did bring it with us when we did the trip to Greece. But Greece food, particularly in Athens, was just so good, and she had vegetarian options, so she didn't really end up using a lot of the food, so some of it got wasted. But if she was hungry, particularly in the middle of the night, she could have been straight, put her food on this, get out the refrigerator, and she would have been good. So I hope that's helpful. These are some of my travel packing staples. So this is just almond butter. You can use any type of almond butter. I showed you how I make almond milk with almond butter. So this is, you can actually pack this. You can put this on the plane with no problems. It doesn't necessarily have to be refrigerated. This is Raisin Bran. I take it out of the box when I pack it. I don't pack it in the box. I don't pack this in the box either. These are just some almond flour crackers, rosemary and sea salt. I really like them. I get these at Whole Foods. These are the soba noodles I use. Some of you have seen my soba bowls with the vegetables and soba pasta. That's this, buckwheat pasta. These are plastic bags. These are bio bags, food storage, resealable bags. These are supposed to be better for the environment and that type of thing. The seal on these aren't that great, but if you're just putting like vegetables, cucumbers and carrots and stuff, you're good. This is the pita bread. If I make egg salad or any type of sandwich, I put it on pita bread. And the thing I like about this particular pita bread is, of course, I'm in DC, and this pita bread comes out of Maryland. So I like to see that the bread came somewhere locally, and even if you look at the ingredients, it's not nothing you don't recognize. And yeah, so these are just some of my staples, and I bring in vegetables on this or in here to kind of be on the plane or eat when I'm traveling.